Okay. Sleep. Okay. How many hours of sleep do you get per night? Last night.
Last night, um, I forgot when I slept last night. To be honest,
What?
probably 5.
5 hours?
Probably,
How? Why?
maybe.
Like what time did you go to sleep?
I can't remember.
What's the last thing you remember?
I was at home, and you were at home. I don't know. I can't remember.
How do you know he was at home?
Well, because he drove home after the jiu-jitsu class.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. That probably means you didn't sleep a lot at the time if you can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't sleep a lot.
Because like the first 5 hours or so of sleeping,
Mhm.
so like to heal physically, and then after that it starts taking short-term memory and putting it long-term memory, so you remember it after.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And like that's where most of your REM sleep happens, like where like you dream and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't
That's-
remember anything, you probably didn't have that much
I
sleep.
dream in the last 2 hours.
You still dream a little bit before it,
Mm-hmm.
but most of your dreams happen.
I think
last
the
hours.
dreams that you recollect.
Usually, you
No.
also wake up like during a dream if you sleep like the recommended amount of time.
Usually wake up during the dream.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because I mean, at least that usually I wake up during a dream.
I always wake up in the best dreams, and I when it's a nightmare,
Yeah.
I'm aware it's a nightmare in the dream.
Yeah.
But I can't wake up. Like I'm trying to wake up, but I
You're
can't.
aware that it's a nightmare.
Yeah. Like I know I'm in a dream.
No, I usually don't. It's very scary.
You know, you know, when you get a nightmare,
Yes.
you don't dream of something scary and then get scared. It's your brain getting scared and then giving you a scenario that scares you. So what you see is the same as what you feel.
Really?
Yeah. So it's the other way around. You learn that in cognitive science.
Yeah. We didn't yet, but he's probably right.
I'm probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my Fitbit. No, 'cause
Yeah. I actually wanna,
yeah. So it
'cause
tracks
I'm
my
thinking
sleep.
of getting one.
I would recommend it. It tracks my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually tells me how long I slept each night
Mm-hmm.
and what stages of sleep I was in. Now its accuracy is undetermined.
Mm-hmm.
It seems fairly accurate. They say they had like 6 billion nights worth of data to like analyze. So I say it's fairly accurate.
I say what I say.
Yeah.
I say it's probably not that accurate, but it's not a bad measure. But that's all I say. It's my opinion.
Well, I can tell you that it is accurate.
How do
Because-
you know?
Well,
Yeah. Well, what's your? Well,
What are you basing this?
Well,
on?
what are you basing
I
this on?
work at Best Buy, so I would know. Trust me.
You have insider information.
Of course, it's very. I can't tell you. I can't reveal it to you, but it works. It works. See, when you work at Best Buy, you know things.
You know things.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it works. Please buy.
Are you being paid for this? I mean, indirectly. You.
This is
kinda
not
are.
what YouTubers say?
Yeah, sponsored.
This is not a.
This is not sponsored.
This is not a sponsored video.
That's
I'm not.
my
I
level.
don't. Yeah.
Fitbit, please sponsor us.
Very, very unbiased. Yes.
I have one.
As you can
so-
see, we all have Fitbits.
Yes. This is. It hasn't been released yet. It's a Best Buy. Anyways, back to your.
Yeah. So
I heard it does heart rate.
it does heart. That's how it does sleep tracking. It like, measures your heart rate. Why?
Really?
Yeah. Because like your whole body slows down when you're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and like it slows down more or less depending on what stage of sleep you're in.
So I thought it's just movement.
No.
Like when you stop moving for a period of time, it just assumes you're dead or you're sleeping.
No, because if you move while you're asleep, it knows you're still sleeping. But like if you turn while
Yeah.
you're sleeping.
No, an interesting fact. I found out that you wake up like 40, 30 times when you're sleeping.
10 to 30 times, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. You wake up a lot.
You don't remember most of them though, because they're like so short.
Yeah. Usually wake up for like a couple of minutes each night, but you don't remember it. The same way you don't remember, like you actually dream like 10 times or something during the night, but most of them are short. I don't know the actual number, but it's like many times throughout the night.
I heard that every person you see in your dream is a real person. Like, apparently you can't make up people in your mind, so everyone you saw in the dream was actually real. Even if you don't know them, they're real. So
Do you see a lot of people in your dreams?
sometimes I see people I don't know, but apparently they're real. Like they exist.
I mean, they don't have to exist, but they have to like exist in your mind. Do you know what I mean? Like my scariest nightmare ever was the monster in Jackie Chan Adventures. He's not real, but like he's actually in the show.
Wait, which
The
Okay,
dragon
I'm
type
talking
person.
about people.
Honestly, that show is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. But like that's actually one of my scariest dreams. There was, you know how they collect the things? I forgot what they're called. It was on our washer, on like our clothes washer thing.
Yeah.
And
your dishwasher? Or?
yeah, no.
Washing machine.
Washing machine. And I was in the washroom and I was like, I had a wrench in my hand, and the thing was there. And then he opens the door, and I was very scared.
The dragon?
And I kept running. Yeah, the dragon, the green dragon.
Isn't he like a piece of frog for most of the show?
He transforms a lot, but yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Was he in the rock form or like?
No, he was in dragon form.
Dragon
like
form.
very like.
Yeah.
Like 2.5 meters, you know, something like that.
If I remember, I should post like a picture of the dragon we're talking about from Dragon.
And I kept running around in the apartment for like I have no idea how long, and then I woke up right before he like caught me. It's very scary.
That still proves my point. You saw him somewhere. So
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying they have to like exist, like not necessarily in real life.
You know, it's kind of funny because like I wouldn't say it's my scariest dream.
Yeah.
But it's the nightmare I had most recently, and this was, I want to say 4 years ago.
Okay.
I had a nightmare because I don't have nightmares often at all. But like I had a nightmare like 4 years ago that I was playing Slenderman, and like I was just playing Slenderman, except it wasn't the actual game. It was a bootleg version, like modded version of Slenderman, where they switched out the assets from Slenderman to Shrek, and you'd see Shrek, and he would like just be T-posing and then like following you, like without walking or anything, like floating, just like hovering on the ground, running after you. And I was so scared. Because that was back when Shrek was like really big.
When he was big?
Yeah, he's still big, like of course, but like no, he's like the greatest.
Because Shrek became like a meme, like a very popular meme a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that was like starting, when it's like the height.
Oh,
of that
you
meme.
mean that? Okay.
The meme.
I thought you.
Yeah, not the actual
movie.
Yeah. No, but like everyone was like making memes of Shrek and like
They're funny.
Yeah. And like the thing is, the night before, I watched a Let's Play of Markiplier.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing that game because it's actually a real game where like it's a copy paste of like Shrek in Slenderman.
It's like a mod.
Yeah, and I wasn't scared of the actual like video at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I was scared in my dream.
Yeah, it makes sense. Also, I recently read this meme. It was in Arabic.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it meant is, like, actually I can't remember if it was in Arabic or not. I can't remember. But anyways, the thing said that I'm just here wondering why I can't punch hard in dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have this issue?
Yeah.
Like every time I'm in a dream and I'm finally at an advantage point.
Yeah.
And like I have a gun it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Like,
have
I
guns
can't
in your
shoot.
dreams?
Like I'm about to kill the whatever, and it doesn't shoot. Like it's very like it turns into a toy gun all of a sudden. It's like you can't kill anyone in a dream, but I can get killed. Like
no, but I think with dreams you never get to the satisfying part.
yeah,
Like I was also in a dream once and I was playing soccer, and I kicked the ball, and it was supposed to like go in, but I woke up literally hitting the wall.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
I had the same.
And I was very mad. Like I was mad for like a few hours after that. Like when I woke up.
This wasn't even at my house. I was
Yeah.
at a friend's house. Like I was sleeping over.
Yeah.
And then I was like sleeping, of course.
Yeah.
And then, and then I had this dream, and I was like kicking the ball, and as hard as I could in real life, I kicked the wall.
Yeah.
I think that happened a lot, but I just don't understand why you can't hurt someone in a dream.
You can. I mean,
Usually
can.
for you, hurting is the satisfying part, which is why you never do it.
I mean, I don't know about the
it never
satisfaction.
happened. Like it never.
It might be like I'm speculating a lot here,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be that like in real life you feel like you can't hurt anyone, so in a dream you can't hurt anyone.
That's false.
You hurt people in real life.
The thing is, well, there's a difference between feeling like hurting someone and actually, but like the fact that someone made like a whole post about this and a lot of people liked it and agreed means this is not only
Okay.
it's not only me, it's a lot of people. But the people I'm about to hurt deserve it. It's not like I'm hurting him, you know, in the dream.
Yeah.
To be fair though, when I was younger, there were dreams where I would wake up and I'd get mad at someone, and I'm still mad at them, even though it was a dream. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I had the opposite thing happen. I was
mad at you.
Yes, actually. I mean, also, but so at the beginning of the school year, so back in September, it's weird how it's still called like a school year, even though we're not in school anymore. Anyways,
Education.
like back in September, I had this dream that one of my friends. Well, I was like running at Tim Hortons, and
Running at Tim Hortons?
I
Running
still
at
can't
Tim
believe you
Hortons.
worked in Tim Hortons. I just can't see it.
so I was running at Tim Hortons.
Mm.
So I was running at Tim Hortons, like I was the manager. Like I think I bought it, but I was still like working under someone else because like I was like working for the franchise. Like I bought my own store, but it was like an already existing store, so it already had staff. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna like automate it or whatever to make it better.
Oh,
It's
you
gonna
told
take,
me about that, yeah.
but it's gonna take some time, so I needed to stay operational until that happens. But all the workers there were like the people I knew who worked in the when I actually worked in Tim Hortons in real life, and none of them would cooperate. None of them wanted to work at all. Like everyone was just standing around. No one was doing anything. So like you guys suck. I'm shutting this.
They were mad that you bought it.
No, they just
That you wanted to automate?
no. In my dream, they were just lazy.
Oh, okay.
They just didn't want to work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna shut the store down for a couple of weeks.
People who worked with him, this is a dream.
Yes. I actually, not gonna lie, in real life, a lot of them are very hardworking.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
So like it's
Are very hardworking.
Yeah.
And like it's in my dream, like not all of them were there. Like some people were there. Anyways, so I shut the store down, and then have you guys watched The Office, right?
Mm.
So do you know Robert California?
Mm-hmm.
So he walks in.
I don't.
The guy with the guy who bought, not bought, but like he like controlled the company after Joe. Do you know who Joe is? Okay, it's after Michael Scott left. The guy who's weird. I don't know.
Will Ferrell?
No, 2 people after that.
What is his actor name?
I don't know.
No,
But
no.
you know him though. Like I showed you a bunch of episodes.
His picture is right here, just like.
Huh? Oh yeah. It's gonna.
They already saw it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to edit this out too.
I'm gonna have to watch this entire thing again and like put in everything I said I was gonna put in. Because like I didn't edit any of the other videos.
Yeah, so usually people don't edit podcasts.
Yeah.
It's not really meant to be. But is this really a podcast?
I would say a long conversation.
Yes, with a mic.
It's a brain spit.
It's a brain spit, exactly. We're spitting out her brains.
That's.
Number 4.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Brain spit.
We're number 4. Well, technically,
no,
2 people.
So. Oh yeah, you guys are number. I guess you guys are both number 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Except that's not how this works.
It's per episode.
Yeah. I need to find more people to do this with though. I need to find more people to do this with, because like I had like a couple of people and then couldn't find anyone and like ended up with a long hiatus. No one was like following it, so it didn't matter. But now I'm like want to start it up again. And
Who did you have on here before?
Nick Pierce,
The actor.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Trent Reed. He's okay with me saying his name now. It's like such an inside joke. Like people have to watch the previous one as well, like an entire way through to understand.
Nick's one?
No, Trent's one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then Mike Dong.
You said his name in the episode though.
Wait, okay.
After
so
he agreed, or did you
before?
not agree?
So at the start of the thing, I said his name.
Yeah.
I was like, no, edit it out. I was like, okay, I'll edit it out.
Okay, and you yeah.
And then like I never did.
Yeah, I know.
But like, that's because like an hour in, he was like, okay, I'm fine with my name being said out loud. But like anyone who just watches the first part thinks I just didn't edit it out.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, me too. Right?
Like I didn't watch the whole thing.
I watched like 40 minutes or 30 minutes, something like that.
Unbelievable.
Hey, I mean, I tried my best. It's okay. I don't expect you guys to.
Who are these you guys?
Whoever 6 viewers are gonna. Whoever those 6 viewers may be. Maybe Fitbit will watch this.
I hope not. Anyways, back to my dream. Yeah, so Robert California walks in and he's the manager of Tim Hortons. He's like Mr.
I don't
Tim
know.
Hortons.
I don't know him, but his name is just funny.
He's Mr. Tim Hortons, and he's like, you can't shut the store down. Like I'm shutting the store down. He's like, okay, I'll give you like 3 days or something to like automate the entire store because like the workers weren't gonna work at all. So I call up my friend.
Is that the one where you call Sean?
Yeah, I called Sean up. And in my dream, he's on a helicopter, like an army helicopter, over Washington, going to his like internship, like DC or something, for like mechanical engineering.
That's who? Sean?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I need your help. Please come help me. Like after a little bit, he's like, okay, sure, I'll come help you. And he comes over, and then we like start automating. Then I wake up. However, I was so happy because in that dream, I felt like I could really rely on my friends. And then I told Sean about that, and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that in real life. However, it's understandable. He did have a pretty good job in DC for an internship or whatever.
Yeah, that's.
And he's like, so it's fine. Still made me feel better.
Maybe we should actually promote Sean.
I did.
And right here is one of his arts.
Oh,
right there.
okay, don't make me edit this.
Right, just right here.
Okay.
One of his. Let's pick his.
I posted his like Instagram in one of the previous videos, like in the description.
In the link below, you will find Sean's Instagram.
You're just making it harder.
Like,
No. You don't have to see the link on the screen. It's below in the description. You just get to see his artwork again.
I'm running out of artwork now.
No, it's the same one. But I mean, he has plenty.
He has like, I mean, sure he has plenty, but like not plenty on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
He only has like a dozen.
There's quite
or
a
so.
few though, like
A dozen or
10
so.
or so, yeah, something like that.
But he hates being called out and like he hates shout outs. He never wants to be on the show.
Don't worry
ever.
about it, Sean.
Why does he?
He's not gonna watch
Why
this.
does he hate
Don't worry
shoutouts?
about
Actually, he might watch this.
Yes.
Hi, Sean.
What does he? Why does he hate shoutouts?
He dislikes attention.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, too late, because.
Because your picture's right. Sean's face.
He's trying to act humble, but he really isn't. It's fine. We're gonna de-humble you. And you should start making shirts too. You know? Does he have a website?
He doesn't have a website.
Okay. You want to make him a website?
His brother is also in computer science.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he graduated?
No, he's in Queens.
Co-op, right?
At
He's
Queens.
just co-op right now? Or?
No, he did his co-op.
Oh.
He's at Queens right now. We're actually gonna go visit his brother
Why?
next weekend for a hackathon at Queens.
Nice. How far is Queens drive?
It's 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 hours.
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, I think Kingston's like 2-3 hours. Something.
Yeah.
Or maybe one. I actually have no idea. No, it's not one. Yeah, it's 2 or 3 probably.
Yeah, but it's gonna be very neat.
Yeah.
And then like last month I had another dream
Yeah.
where, so I was at this party slash election war slash robotics competition.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the university, except the university was also like a big mansion. So imagine like two competing parties that are also like political parties.
That are also partying.
They're also partying.
Yeah.
They're also making a robot to fight.
And whoever wins the fight wins the election.
I didn't get that far in.
Okay.
I just attended. I wasn't too invested in either side.
Mm-hmm.
It was very bipartisan. So I, and then like Sean and I are there, and then I think did something to scare him, and he got very upset. He like started crying in my dream.
Ooh, Sean?
Yeah. He was like bawling his eyes out, and like very mad. He was like yelling. And,
That was funny.
That's funny because Sean would not like that.
like kicking things and like
Do you
super
think
sour.
if he does that in real life, not that I want you to.
If I scare him or
No, but like if whatever happens makes him like scream and cry in real life, do you think it's gonna be how you imagined it? Do you know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
So you think your imagination is pretty accurate of if it actually happened?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But anyways, I felt very bad, and I felt I had to make it up for him in real life. So
Mhm.
I was like, "Hey, sorry, man."
Don't run away from.
Yeah.
From business opportunities. How's that do it? I was trying.
You know, it's like Michael Scott. Sometimes I start the sentence and I don't know where it's going. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Michael
not the quote,
Scott. Still has say.
Why do you think people like the show?
The Office.
Yeah. Why do you like the show?
See, in the beginning I didn't like it, but then I loved it. Okay, I know no one brought up Friends, but Friends is just horrible. It's disgusting.
Okay.
Netflix renewed the contracts for like 10 more years, and I don't know why they did that. Anyways,
Just don't watch it.
well, you're watching it all the time, and I live in the same house, so
It's a
Anyways.
house. Just go in a different room or something.
yeah, you watch it on the TV. You don't have to. Anyways, that's not gonna. The Office, I think it's actually like an antidepressant.
Antidepressant?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I see it at least. The awkward. I love shows that have awkwardness. It's just because. You know what I mean? Like it's like, for example, the end of the.
Effing world.
That's actually what it's called.
Can we? Can we swear?
You can do whatever you want, yeah. I'm not gonna censor it out, it's just too much work.
If you swear, they're
How's
not
that
gonna
too
pay
much
you for
work?
the video.
Why you have to listen to the whole thing and then find the
Well, you can tell it's like 10 minutes in. The end of the
I don't actually know.
end of the effing world, just so I can save you the trouble.
I'm just not gonna censor it if you sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm
So if you say the end of the fucking world, he's not gonna censor the word.
No, you will. Anyways. And I already saved you the trouble, so don't worry. Anyways,
I already said it.
well, he will.
I'm not gonna censor
You
it.
will. Anyways, I love how they're even super,
Don't spoil
especially
it.
Alex.
Don't spoil it. No.
Alex is super awkward. Is his name Alex? In real life his name is Alex. I don't know.
James.
James. Very awkward, right? And it's just
Picture right here.
yeah. Alyssa. That's Alyssa. Anyways,
You're pointing behind you, but there's no screen back there.
screen?
Yeah, like the video ends like where you're at.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, his face. Anyways,
Oh, I might replace his. Yeah.
I like stuff where I can kind of see myself in.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that I see myself in The Office, but like, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just awkward.
It's
And I
awkward,
like that.
yeah. I don't think awkwardness is the reason people like the show, but
I'm
But
talking
what-
about myself.
I understand. But why do you like awkwardness? Do you feel like you're awkward?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, a lot of times I feel awkward. So, like, I like how it shows that that's normal. You know what I mean? But The Office is not really like that. The Office is. It's just that Michael Scott, man, like he can make you laugh. He can make you cringe. I like cringy stuff that is funny at the same time. Like
Okay.
not like pure cringe, but like I like cringy, awkward humor, and that's what The Office is. It's also an antidepressant.
Why? I don't think it's an antidepressant, but why do you think it's an antidepressant?
It's just when I watch it, I feel a bit better. Like
That should be an ad for The Office, honestly. What makes you feel a bit better?
it's an antidepressant because
Like, it's
I don't
like-
know, like it's
Like an escapism kind of thing, or
like maybe I don't know, like
it,
for example, Michael and Holly's relationship. That's like the ideal. That's the thing, you know what I mean?
that's the ideal.
The ideal TV relationship, whatever.
Okay. Why?
As have you not?
I want to hear why you think it's ideal.
Well,
Because like someone's ideal relationship or whatever is gonna look very different from another person's.
I think he's saying it's ideal
like
because
by,
like
by
they're
no,
both so
like
like
I'm not.
similar. Like they both so tolerant of each other. Do you know what I mean?
Tolerance. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. Tolerance.
I don't know. I just like the relationship. I'm not saying that I would. Like I see myself in a similar relationship, but I definitely. It just gives you a good feeling, you know. Kind of like, the end of the fucking world.
Okay.
That I don't know, man. Awkwardness, cringe. That's still funny.
Like
I like that a lot. I'm not saying that's all I watch,
Mm.
or that's the only thing. But this stuff, this kind of like humor, these kind of shows, I like them. I like them. For example, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
It's not the same at all. But Black Mirror, something I really like about it, is it brings people that you know, like usually, oh no, they're the good guys. They've been bullied, and they've really been bullied, and they had bad experiences with other people, and you just kind of feel bad for them. It shows you that these people can still be pieces of shit and do shit that's not forgivable or not acceptable, no matter how much they were bullied or oppressed or whatever.
Mm.
Something I really like about Black Mirror, for example, it shows you that there's not really one picture of the bad guy. It can come in all kinds of pictures. Like, for example, James, I can't remember what his name was in Black Mirror, but he was the same actor. Alex. He appeared to be a very innocent, kid on his own, but you watched the episode, right?
I don't know what he looks like.
No.
So like.
Anyways, doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, these are great shows, guys. Black Mirror, The Office, The End of the is all great shows.
Or
So I think the reason people like The Office, isn't the same reason they like the other shows. Because I feel
I
like
didn't understand that sentence.
I feel like the reason people like The Office
Uh-huh.
isn't the same reason people like the other shows you mentioned.
Well, wouldn't I mean every show would have your own you'd have a reason of
No, but like I think the reason The Office is so beloved
mm-hmm.
is because as you watch it, you get more comfortable in that scenario. Because like the entire, how many seasons is it?
9.
9 seasons? Okay, the entire 9 seasons or whatever. You're always in like most of the time you're in the same office with most of the same people. doing, you know, like new things each episode, obviously, but like things you'd expect them to do, kind of thing. And like the first time watching it, it's very nuanced. Like not nuanced. It's very new. Just like you're seeing it all happen for the first time. It's like, oh, it's very funny, huh? But then after like 9 seasons, which is like 100 hours or something. How many hours?
The Office?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the math?
You just rough. How many episodes is it?
It's like 20 for 9 new seasons, or a little bit more than 20.
So like 180 episodes.
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes each or something.
Yeah.
So 120 episodes or whatever, 80 episodes. You get so used to these people that when you watch it again, it's just kind of like lets your brain relax, kind of just comfortable. Doesn't.
But like, there's also something about The Office that I feel like is special. Like, it's one of the very rare shows where like, I feel like in any point of it, if you watch anything, no matter how many times you watched it, you're still gonna laugh. Like, I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for example, and Friends a lot, but like, they're not the same in that aspect. And like, if I just choose a random scene, I'm guaranteed to like it and enjoy it like it's like the first time. Do you know what I'm saying? In The Office, I don't know why. And also something weird in The Office, it has always been liked since it was made, but like especially these last few years with like people that are our age mostly, like it got even way more popular. I don't know why, but yeah, it's weird. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's just more relatable than like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or like Friends or whatever.
It's definitely more relatable than Friends. Kinda.
Like, who has Friends? Yeah, because like you're not spending all your time hanging out in like some coffee shop in the middle of New York. Is that Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, or like being cops and like chasing down bad guys and solving mysteries.
But like at the same time, like most people our age don't like have experience with being in an office the whole time.
Why? I don't necessarily think it's the office environment. I think it's like the sitting down,
And being in the same place.
yeah, and then it's like the same with school, or you're just or like university or anything really, where you're stuck in a place with the same people, love it or hate it. You have to spend a lot of time with these people, and then kind of see what they're up to, and because they skip over most of the work part.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's more about the interaction between them.
Yeah, so you're just about the people, not about what actually happens.
Definitely. I agree.
But like, but then I don't like watching The Office again. So like I watched it like once. Like, okay, it's a pretty good show or whatever. But I
actually.
You never watched it. You never watched the show. You never watched like the whole thing.
Yeah.
He just watches it usually when I play it.
No, but I mean like a lot of people like rewatch it.
Yeah,
that's
I
all they watch.
rewatched it like
I would if I did.
2 or 3 times.
Like I would, some episodes I'd rewatch, but I haven't actually finished. I don't think I even finished like half of the show. But I watched the main stuff.
Yeah, but I try not, because like usually if I watch a show, I watch the whole show kind of. I don't just watch a few episodes.
The thing with The Office, it doesn't give you that feeling though. Like for example, if you watch, you know, what was the shows I'm referencing? You know, like other usual, like I don't know, like if you watch Suits or Breaking Bad or whatever, you really want to know what happens on the next episode. You know, The Office, it's not like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Suits is kind of like gets repetitive. Like I haven't watched everything, but
towards the end is.
So yeah, Suits is like season 1 is really good, but then after that it just declines the whole time, pretty much.
What didn't like the main female character or whatever become like a princess of England?
Yeah.
I was very surprised.
She's the wife of the prince.
Yeah, I mean,
wife.
I guess
they're leaving.
I guess they're leaving England now to come to like Canada.
Yeah,
really.
And you know, apparently we were like the government was gonna impose a tax that we had to pay for them, like for her and him.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Nah, that's crazy. That's too much money." So they just canceled it apparently, or something like. I'm not sure.
Why the hell
something because of their royalty. You pay money for the queen, anyways. You pay $1.50 for the queen every single year.
Just to her.
Just because she exists.
It
I
goes
think
to
it's
her.
$1.50. Yeah,
Because
it goes straight to her in her pocket.
Because
pretty
you're
much.
part of the Commonwealth.
Yeah, and we were gonna do the same thing with them. Probably not as much money, but still, yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I ever heard of.
Yeah.
It's
I never knew that.
But okay, when you watch a TV show, you never expect one of the people, like the actors, to become like royalty or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, right now though, it's not weird anymore. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like.
Honestly, I didn't believe it for the first while.
That she was a princess.
Yeah, I thought they just looked similar. I was like,
I always
okay,
wonder
that's-
how they meet. You know what I mean?
Oh, apparently,
Like he texted her or something on
You were
Instagram.
great on Suits. In Suits.
apparently, her friend set her up with the prince, like on a blind date.
Well, who's her friend?
I don't know what her friend is.
Prime Minister.
No, but like, just imagine having a friend set you up like on a blind date and like
Oh, it's the prince.
the prince. Yeah, I mean the other way around. It's like, oh, it's like this famous actor or whatever.
Yeah. That's
But I guess if you're the prince, it's like.
I mean, I actually don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like. the
I don't
whole
follow it at all.
Royalty, monarch stuff. I dislike all of it, anyways. It's dumb. No offense to anyone who's a prince.
Well, now that I know I'm paying taxes for it, that's definitely.
I don't know if it's but yeah.
People really hate taxes. They're like,
Okay, there's a difference between taxes to fix roads
yeah.
and build hospitals or whatever they say, and then taxes to go to the queen. There's
Yeah.
a huge difference.
No,
Like I can accept paying taxes for something for the greater good,
yeah.
but not for the queen.
Yeah.
That's
The
unacceptable.
queen is the greater good.
Okay.
London's bridge is falling down.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to New York. Yes, that's exactly how the song goes.
What does it say?
I have no idea.
We've been waiting for you.
Oh, you were singing the Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of songs that say "Welcome to New York."
No, I was talking about the Jay-Z song.
Yeah, I was talking about a
Oh,
Jay-Z song.
he doesn't say "Welcome to New York."
He says like New York.
Yeah, he does. He never says
New
"Welcome to
York.
New York."
That's not.
That's Mariah Carey.
That's the girl in the background. Yeah.
It's Mariah Carey.
I don't know.
I think. I don't know.
It's not. I don't think it's Mariah.
Please
Carey.
don't fact check us.
No one.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
It's
Correction.
the song album pictures. I'm not gonna find that. Maybe sure it's right here.
Copyright.
No, it's only copyright if
You know-
you sing the song.
You know, actually,
If we play the song, I think if you
Well,
sing it.
I think you have like 10 seconds or something. You can
Yeah.
play it for like 10 seconds and then it's.
I mean, these videos aren't monetized anyway, so like I can
But
do whatever.
you know how
What do you mean?
Unbox Therapy? Do you guys know Unbox Therapy?
The guy
channel?
who like unboxes things.
Yeah, like Lou or Lewis. I don't know.
The guy that
But-
bought the boring stuff.
Yeah. But like you see, like it's useful because he has like a team of people for his videos and stuff, and like he doesn't know what he's saying most of the time. Not that I'm saying he doesn't like, but like a lot of the time he says stuff, and then he tells us like, "Oh, yo, Jack, can you check that out?" And they check it out and they yell it over to him. We should have something like that.
Should have a third person.
Yeah, just like
fourth
yo,
person.
check it out. Oh, it's Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I mean that's how like Joe Rogan does it.
Yeah.
He has like Jamie or James or something. I think it's Jamie, and then they have a TV, like here,
Yeah.
and then like oh, it's actually that, and then they look over like oh there it is, and
So
then
they don't edit it and.
they do it live.
Oh, actually.
Yeah, then all the podcasts are live, and then they just put the video.
You
on
know,
YouTube.
you know what's weird is that his podcast. I don't know why, but until like I think actually until
Podcasts are not meant to be edited. Like, I don't think so.
no, I know, but I'm saying like I watched a couple of his clips, and they were like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, and all of them were like 360p, 480p, and they're like his main channel. It's not like someone who just reposted it, which is weird. Like why? Like I'm just like
I didn't see any of those.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
I mean, also streaming you need like low latency. I guess I don't know. The internet might not be good where there. No, it's California. They probably have good internet.
He's in California.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So, would you ever go hunting? Would you ever go hunting?
Like shooting animals?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No. I don't like the idea. I'm not gonna act like a oh no, whatever, the animals. But I just think it's like I will gladly kill an animal to eat it.
Gladly.
And I don't think that's wrong. I know people. Well, whoever. Do you have any vegan friends?
I don't. Maybe.
Anyways, just killing animals for fun though,
Just
or
for
like
sport.
that's disgusting.
No, like it's. So like
Let me not say disgusting. That sounds like I'm triggered. That's just why, you know.
Because like Joe Rogan is like big hunting guy. He like likes hunting a lot or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he eat what he hunts?
Yes.
That's
Okay,
different.
there you go.
Yeah.
Like hunting for sport is bad in my opinion. Like
Well,
you know
yeah.
like killing a deer and just leaving it there. I don't know if they leave it there or
Yeah.
not, but like that's just mean.
I mean, like, it's probably more satisfying when you eat whatever you catch as well. Like, if you grow a tomato, the tomato is gonna taste better, even if it like tastes
Yeah, for
objectively
bias.
worst.
But like I don't know. Yeah, I mean I agree with the tomato thing.
Yeah.
But like
So
I
can you cook
don't
something?
agree with the killing thing. Because like you know
Like,
in
it has
Egypt,
to die
in
somehow.
Egypt, in Egypt how they like in Eid
Yeah.
they they
You don't
like
have to.
I don't know, maybe they won't understand. Anyways,
Yes.
they have to like they not have to, but like they like what is it called?
Slaughter.
Yeah, slaughter the cow or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there once and I saw it. Did not like it at all. Like I hated it.
Did you eat the cow after?
I don't know.
You were there once.
Not once, but like
Once.
I was there once, really close to it, and I very extremely disliked it. So,
Wait,
yeah.
you know Chris Pratt,
Yeah,
like the guy from Jurassic World and like
Yeah,
Parks and Rec.
Star Lord.
yeah.
Yeah. He like apparently raises sheep or something, and then
That's funny.
slaughters them like when they get older and like eats them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not against that. I'm just saying I
No, that's
definitely
not.
wouldn't
That's
do
fine.
that.
Raising
Yeah.
sheep and
Yeah.
Like I'm not against it. I just definitely wouldn't do it. I just don't like slaughter.
kind of a hypocrite, but
I don't know. Why is that a hypocrite?
I'm just saying. Who cares? Well, you want me to explain why?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you're actually a hypocrite, but he wouldn't do it, but he still eat. Like he thinks it's wrong.
No, I never said I think it's wrong.
Just act like he did. He thinks it's wrong.
Just
But you still eat it.
because I dislike something doesn't mean I think it's wrong.
Huh?
Yeah, I dislike it. I would dislike doing it. I don't like dislike the fact though. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're like Hitler.
like if you tell it like for example, being an astronaut,
Did you just
I would hate being an astronaut. I'm too scared of being in space.
really?
Yeah,
But
but
hey,
like
hey.
I'm not against that at all. I think it's amazing. I think people should do that.
Like I don't think anyone, unless you have mental problems, enjoys killing the cow or enjoys killing the sheep.
Yeah.
He just does it because whatever
Yeah,
his
I
job.
dislike it.
Okay.
Because I never knew that you didn't want to be an astronaut.
I mean,
ever.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I probably wouldn't want to be because it's like it's weird. Not weird. Like I think it's cool. Like it's like cool versus scary. So, you know.
I would 100% want to go to space.
Like imagine being lost in space. Did that ever happen to anyone, by the way? Like an astronaut would
No.
just drift off.
Like in a movie a couple of times.
Yeah, but like in real life.
I don't think they got lost in space in real life.
But like, was anyone ever close? Like like they saved them last minute or whatever.
Not like The Martian. No, that never happened.
No, but you know what I mean though. Like gravity. Like
Yeah,
not what happened there, but you know how like she like drifted off and like this actor, I forgot his name.
I
He
didn't
saved
like
her?
that movie, but yeah.
Actually,
I didn't get to it.
You didn't finish it?
No,
Wow.
it wasn't because I was scared or whatever. I just wasn't interested.
No one
Like-
gets scared of the movie. It's just
Yeah.
you might find it boring. I find it. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
No, but like I wouldn't want to be an astronaut just because an astronaut means actually, I wouldn't want to work as an astronaut in like at NASA or like what's the Canadian equivalent?
No idea.
CNA.
Right here.
Canada National Space.
CSA. Canadian Space Agency.
CICA.
CICA. Canadian.
I don't know. I remember. I can't remember.
But I would 100% want to go to space. Like, if I didn't have to spend because most astronauts don't just go to space when they
Yeah.
like other than in training, like they still do training or whatever. That I'm fine with the training part.
Mhm.
They do have to do like a lot of like lab work and stuff
Yeah.
on Earth, and then they go to space.
You don't like the lab work.
Yeah, I don't really care about the
You just
lab
want to
work.
go to space.
I just want to go to space. I'll train for.
I mean,
like,
it is
year.
a job. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have that sometime in the future, where it's like, oh, go to space, pay like $5 million and go to space or something like that.
I mean, they already have like pre-orders for that, but no one has actually
Yeah.
like taken. Like, no one has actually went to space yet. Like,
yeah.
but no,
Wait, do you want to be like in a ship that goes to space, or like just like you know? Do you know what I'm like? Get out in space. Do you know what I'm saying?
I just want to be in space, in the ship or out the ship, either or is fine.
Okay. Would you pay for it?
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go for free.
No, I mean, but like, how much would you pay?
Oh, it depends on how much I have.
Let's say you're rich, you're a millionaire.
Okay.
Like you have like, right now in your bank you have like 2 million or whatever.
2 million. Up to 100K.
Up to 100.
Yeah, that's like 5%.
Yeah. So
my
would it be 5% of whatever you have, or would it the more you have the less the percentage? This is a
I
weird
mean,
question.
obviously, the more I have, the less
Okay.
percentage.
I see.
But I mean, at some point, it's gonna be cheaper for me to just build a rocket.
I mean, I don't think they would ever charge that much for it. I mean, no one would do it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was like super rich, I would like pay $1 million or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like about that. But it's one of those experiences I really want to try, like on my bucket list or whatever. Like the feeling of being, because almost everyone has always just been on Earth their entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
Being outside of that, being somewhere where no one else, like very few people have been before, plus just the experience of being like weightless and like in space and no gravity. I think that's the coolest thing, because like it's basically
It would
going
be
to
cool
it's
if you
basically
didn't have a urinary system, and
people pee in space.
of course that's the point.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Or you're saying you're gonna pee your pants? And
like, I don't
want
want to. I don't want to have to do that in space. It must be such a like a chore. You know what I mean? Like, I have to shit now. You know? Like, how do you shit in space? Really?
I think there's like a tube.
And how do you clean yourself after you?
Okay, here's the thing: a lot of the things that are like normal on Earth are like weird in space because of the no gravity thing. It's basically going to a place with different physics. Like all the laws of physics are different. Because like going to sleep. Imagine going to sleep in space. You won't be able to lie down because lying down is like standing up. It's the exact same thing because there's nothing pulling you down.
I bet probably people probably don't sleep right away. Like, probably takes them a couple days to.
I imagine like trying to run in space.
That would be extremely funny.
You push off with the first step, and then you're just in the air.
I wonder. Imagine like in space. You know how people take family vacations or friend vacations to like islands or whatever. Now you go to a family vacation in space, and there's the guys playing outside and the guys staying inside. That would be.
Like, I think being in space would be cooler than going to the moon or like whatever.
Wait, so you said that like
I'd rather be in like 0G, because that's like as different from Earth as it could be, versus like the moon, which is like, sure, there's lower gravity and I can jump higher or whatever, but most of the things apply. It's still gonna be different, but it's not as different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, I'd like to go to the moon or whatever, but like if I never go to the moon, that's fine by me. I just want to go to space though.
Wait, what about
I mean, it's
what
still
was I gonna
a
say?
different experience in the moon.
Yeah, like if you go to space, like you said, you want to go there. One of the reasons is that like not no one, but like most people have never been there. But like, what if it becomes available to go there within like next year or something, right? And then like a lot of people go, but you don't have enough money to go by the time like you're like 35 or something.
Yeah.
Would you still want to go as much, or like a little bit less?
I would probably still want to go as much.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I mean, think of it as like people who like. Do you like roller coasters?
No.
No, do you like roller coasters?
No, I hate roller coasters.
So I really like roller coasters.
Yeah.
So think of it as like wanting to go on a roller coaster that's like in another country or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like you can save up, and like obviously people are going onto that roller coaster all the time.
Yeah.
But like it's you still want to go on the roller coaster.
I see.
No, it's basically like going to a different dimension. It's where like nothing that we know of, or like most of the things we know of, are not there.
It's true.
However, I do think space exploration, for the most part, isn't too useful.
You don't think it's important?
Not really. I mean, eventually it would be important to colonize places or whatever. But I feel like we're just sending rockets up in space currently. I mean, it's improving.
I mean, I see what you're saying.
I feel like no one has... Like, they say they're going to colonize Mars or whatever, but like, I don't see that happening in the next 30 years.
You know, it's similar to... You know, we were talking about, not that, but like, it's similar to what we were talking about, how we know so much about space and like a lot of things, like physics and all that stuff.
We don't know that much about space.
No, but like we know a considerable amount. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying we know most of it, but like we know a considerable amount.
Yeah.
And like, even though we know all that stuff, we don't even know how our brains work. Like, we're not even close. Which is like, to me, it's like, I'm not saying everything else is not as important. I'm just saying I feel like you should, not you, but like people should like start at the base and then keep going. But like right now we're exploring space and we don't even know how we work. So it's like, I don't know. To me, that's much more interesting. Like knowing how our brain works and how our consciousness works and like just everything. To me, that's very
God.
Well, I think to get to that point of like knowing how we work, we have to have a lot more technological advancements, which come from everything else. Because like if by us just like sitting in a room and like talking about it for like 1,000 years or whatever, we're not gonna understand how the human works. We can have theories.
You don't have to know how it works biologically.
No, I mean like consciousness and how people want to interact and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna figure that out by just, talking about it or whatever.
I mean, yeah, but like, I agree with what you're saying, but I also don't necessarily agree that you have to like advance so much technologically to achieve that. I mean, that's how we're progressing in the world so far.
Yeah,
but like I don't think that's how it could have been, or
I mean, the harder the, have you
like if we focus our like technology in that way, then we could have achieved that before we even achieved like so many things that we have achieved so far. But like right now, like we're making spaceships. Is that really gonna help us understand how the brain works? No, right? But like we could have used that. I'm not saying we should have. I'm just saying we could have used that technology, or not that technology, but like those, like that time and that all that stuff into like finding out how the brain works. Yeah.
I think that there's just like not as much money in that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's what it all boils down to.
Like, why do you think though? Like, why do you think there's so much money into like space exploration and stuff, and like it's so not like so many people are so interested in it, but in that there's not as much. Like, why do you think there's that?
Well, I mean, there's obviously people interested in both.
Yeah.
But like I feel like because the people who are, because they're saying knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And the people who are like the most knowledgeable, like we feel like the most knowledgeable, are like scientists or whatever.
Yeah.
And scientists want to use their skills to do something that's interesting to them, which usually is exploring new things like space.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why are there more of these scientists than like scientists that want to know how the brain works, like cognitive scientists, for example? Yeah.
I mean, there is a shift. I feel like now where more people are going to cognitive science.
Really?
Way more than before.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because like before, I don't think anyone was like, oh, cognitive science. That's the new big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be a few niche people like doing it.
Yeah.
But I think like it's harder to get people excited about. Oh, we're gonna know how the mind works or whatever, versus we're launching someone into space.
Yeah, I get that appeal, but to me, it's just not like that. I don't know. That's just me though. I don't know.
So if you had a choice, you'd rather like
Like if you told me go to space,
yeah.
or like actually like assuming that there is like people out there that know how the brain works and there's like this experience that like can lead you through knowing how the brain works, I would definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Like I would like be like, oh, so what does that do and like how does that work and how do we, you know, all that stuff. I'm really interested in that.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you have an experience that shows you how the brain works?
I don't know. I mean, it hasn't been done, so I don't know.
So I mean, it's.
I think space is one of the most interesting things there is. So I'm not really surprised why a lot of people are doing more about that. It's the space, like.
Yeah, but it's your brain.
I mean, it's the same as with.
So what? Like, this is not even consciousness. You can't even explain that. You can't explain that. How can you explain?
Well, you can't. But like a few hundred years ago, you would have never been able to explain anything in space.
A few hundred?
Yeah, like less probably, but you know.
There's been information about space like a long time ago.
Yeah, but like
long time ago,
there were mostly speculations. Like this is like proof has been like is new.
Yeah, well, obviously, but like
yeah.
People have been studying space. I don't want to say a certain number of years, but like definitely not hundreds.
No, I'm not saying they've started studying hundreds. I'm just saying like things in space right now, like I can't really give examples, but like that like they can explain them now, but like a long time ago, you like people said the same thing that you're saying. Like how do you even ever explain that?
Like give me an example.
I mean, so like throughout history, people have been looking to the sky and be like, "Hey, what are those shiny lights in the sky?" Because they didn't know what stars were.
Mm-hmm. But that's different though. That's something you can see. You can explain things you see. Like it's like saying it's like this lamp is so far away, and eventually we get to it. Oh, it's a lamp. It shines light. That's what that is. But consciousness, it's not the same at all.
I mean, we're still not even close to any stars or anything. So, I mean, like I know what you're saying, but like okay, well, the point of what I'm saying is that the question that you asked has been asked about things about space. And now we're closer to them.
That's not the same at all. You can't explain something that goes within you to something that's outside.
Yeah, but it goes within you. It's
something
it's
that
within
has
you
nothing
for a
to
reason.
do with you, huh?
It's within you for a reason. We still don't know that.
I think it's like how your brain works and like how humans are is more of the relationship between all the parts of your body versus like space. Each thing we discover or see are mostly independent, and like we can still like see some relationships, like gravity causes things to go in orbit or whatever.
You can do some sort of analysis, but what are you gonna do with your consciousness?
The number of relationships there are a lot less than the number of relationships in your body.
Like
and
how
they're a lot
can you
more
resist?
tangible.
How can you resist knowing more about something like black holes, for example?
Yeah, like I see, but that's the thing. That's subjective to you. That's extremely, and to me also. Like I'm
like because
it's also very cool.
when it comes to like things like black holes or space, everything you're used to, it's it's completely different. Like whatever they say when what happens in the planet, like time stops, and it's just like those things that if if you get caught in the middle of the black hole.
Like the event horizon.
Yeah, I don't know, like this stuff is crazy.
No,
it's more interesting than anything there is.
No, but see that's to you. You can't say that it is. That's to you.
Yeah, but
interest is extremely subjective.
Yes.
To me, when someone does something, or when they feel something, or when they do something, and I'm like, why the hell did they do that?
No, but
to me, that's extremely interesting.
It's not about we're not comparing here. We can't.
No,
be
but I'm.
Hey, this is more interesting. How come people are studying this and they're? No, it's not. I'm interested in both.
No, but
it's not. It's not.
No,
really
but that's what I'm saying. You just said
competition.
black holes are the most interesting thing in the world.
I'm exaggerating. What I'm
But
saying is, it's like how. This is not something to be like. Of course, we will find things interesting. Like, it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Why people are exploring and studying this further. Consciousness is something that's also really interesting and like mind. Every time you think about it, you're like, how, you know what I mean? But this is something you can actually have answers for. This is something
You still can.
well, I mean, people, for example, a lot of people, religious people,
Yeah.
justified by God, right? That's their way of proving there's a God. You know, like you can explain how the brain works, how the body interacts, all that stuff. But how can you explain our consciousness? What scientific whatever can explain that? And then that's I don't know. They prove it
Okay.
by that way, but it's not the same. Yeah, like I don't know why you started of comparing consciousness
I'm not comparing.
to outer space.
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying to me it's interesting that there is, like he said, there's so much money in this and there's not even close to enough money in this. I'm not saying that there should be more money in this than this. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's, to me, it's very interesting that they spent like probably trillion, I don't know, but like billions or trillions of dollars in this. And I don't know how much, but like literally a fraction.
Research is being done everywhere, but the thing is here, like, by knowing more things about space, or more, let's say, or studying, or developing more theories and then proving them, these theories and like scientific facts or whatever can be applied. But if you, like, I don't know, like you discover, like we're already doing like fine without discovering our consciousness.
Yeah, like
you
the
know what I mean?
practical aspect of it.
Where that's the way, like you're just discovering how it works out of curiosity.
You just argued what's the practicality of what they're doing in space and all that. What is it?
Well, people that think we can colonize other planets.
Yeah, okay, people think that, but like what, like, is that why they're doing it? Is that why they went to the moon?
I mean, they went to the moon because of like Russia was trying to go there.
Yeah, okay, but like, why was Russia trying to go there?
Because
I mean, no,
it
people
was
really
it
are
was
trying
really a
to
symbol.
colonize like other planets.
I mean, it started off as
okay,
a symbol.
I'm talking about like the moon right now. Why did they go to the moon?
They started off as a symbolic thing. Like it wasn't because they wanted to go to space. It was because if we did this thing, we can prove we're technologically better than the other people. So it was like a big competition.
No, but like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like if two people run a race,
Yeah.
if two people get into a fight, it isn't because one of them just wants to fight the other, like wants to beat them up, or to get stronger by fighting or whatever, like in a street fight. It's because one person dislikes the other person and wants to show them that they're better than them by hitting them. Kind of thing.
So how is that good practical?
No, it's just humans.
No, I'm
like,
just saying
also,
I'm giving you an explanation of why I think it happened. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that's.
But
even if
like
an
also,
accomplishment is not clearly practical, just doing something that no one has ever done before is seen as an achievement, as something that's going to put you
it's the same
on a
thing
higher
with the,
level.
with the consciousness. If someone like uncovers literally anything about it, they're like, that's an insane achievement that like has never been done before.
What does that even mean though?
What do you mean?
Like, uncovers what?
Yeah, like we're so far away from it, we don't even know.
Like, what the thing is, even thinking about it, uncovers what? Like
what
is it?
Like, okay, when you do something, or like when you feel something, why do you feel that way?
They have explanations for that.
They can't prove any of them.
No,
none of them are.
What do you mean? They do.
No.
Like you feel this way because your body or they have explanations for all that stuff. You feel sad because you feel happy because.
No. That's
but just the consciousness.
You're talking.
This,
you're talking
consciousness
about.
is just a being.
You
like this is all stuff, physical stuff.
Yeah.
But what is inside? Like when I die, what dies inside me? You know what I mean? What's that? What really moves me? You know what I mean? What's the soul? Pretty much. The soul. That feeling can be explained.
No, they can't.
No, they can't.
No. The cause of feelings can't be explained. Like chemically, that can be explained.
Oh, someone cheated on you. You're heartbroken. Oh, what are you talking about? Like, listen, feelings can be explained.
No, they can't be. They can be explained to an extent in some ways, but not in other ways.
Like it's cause and effect. Like this happened, that therefore you felt this
Why
way.
the therefore?
Huh?
Why therefore? You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to the.
That's exactly what I'm
basis.
saying. That they can't explain. That's what they can't explain. That's what's interesting to me. Like why when you hit me, not hate. That's a bad example. But like, why when like someone like makes me sad, like why do I feel sad? Why? No one knows that. No one in the world is even close to knowing.
No one knows that, but people can tell you why you feel sad.
No, yeah, I know, but like what? Like
I'm not talking about the deeper level. I'm talking about like feelings can be explained. Now, what is even? I've thought about all these things. I think everyone has like, why is bad? Why is good? Like why? You know what I mean? Like why is a bad feeling a bad feeling? Like you know like what makes it bad? It's just bad. You can't feeling sad. You're just sad. Feeling happy. You're just happy. Why that feeling is like? Why do you laugh when you find something funny? What is even funny? You know what I mean? It's like the Joker at the end of at the end of the movie. Everything is subjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We live in a society.
So what does that doesn't make like it's just how we were programmed almost, and it's been going like that forever.
Yeah.
How can you? What's the point of like? How can you explain that? How?
That's exactly what I'm asking. That's what I want to know.
But you can't.
So yeah, what you're saying is how can you explain that? Mm-hmm. That's what I believe should be explored way more. That's you. Yeah, you said what I want to say pretty much.
But I don't know. Like, it's very interesting. It's just not the same as space.
I'm not saying it is. I never said it's the same as space.
You guys were literally just comparing it.
No, I'm comparing the interest levels. To me, it's weird because, like I just said,
I'm pretty sure
interest is subjective. But like, like something like this, like they put in, like people have been interested in space for like I don't know, like I have no idea, but like thousands of years. What?
Forever.
Yeah, forever. But like they actually made steps, like I don't know, a couple 3,000 years ago, something like that. Like when they discovered the, I don't know.
The thing is to explore space. You explore space. To explore something like consciousness, what are people gonna do?
What do you mean?
What are they gonna do?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna study.
You're gonna start with a discussion that are gonna open up questions, and then you're gonna tackle these questions.
Okay, and then to tackle these questions, you need a human to study.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna study? Extract his consciousness. How are you gonna?
What do you mean?
Like, how are you gonna study how are you gonna study a human's consciousness?
Well, like cognitive science in general has so many aspects. It has a philosophical aspect.
Because even
it has
the
a neuroscientific aspect.
The person studying
has a biological aspect. It has
the person studying that person is already. You know what I mean? It's ironic. You know
like, look, the thing is, what you're saying is right because experiments and stuff like that wouldn't be is the humanitarian the right word? No, it's not. It wouldn't be human, right? To do these.
I don't even know how you would even try that. You can test people's reactions to things, test people's feelings, test people's whatever. But you're doing something that you can't even understand on you. How are you gonna understand it on someone else?
It might be also.
What do you mean? You never understand anything. When you make an experiment, you control the variables so that you can get somewhere.
Yeah, how are you gonna do that with humans?
Well, it's unethical to do it now, but
if it's unethical, it makes it always gonna be unethical.
What? Yeah, I know. I agree with that.
Maybe they do it on animals. That's also unethical, but they're already doing it, so.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in animals are equal?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like because okay. Like, I don't like. It's kind of weird to just exclude an animal and be like, hey, we can eat this animal, but we can't eat this one, even though they're both living beings. For some reason.
Wait, like what though?
Like for example, a chicken.
Yeah.
Versus a chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee doesn't taste as good.
For some reason. It would feel more wrong to kill a chimpanzee than it is a chicken. Why?
So in my opinion,
it's just because they're more intelligent, because they have more feelings, because they express more feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
That's not why though. I mean,
that is why.
No, there are animals that.
I mean,
have
that
way
is why
less
it would feel more
intelligence.
wrong. That's
No, but there are animals that have like way less intelligence than chimpanzees that we also don't eat. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean, also, I'm pretty sure people have ate all of that stuff before. Like, it's not mainstream though, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
like, people have
probably,
ate lion,
like maybe,
which is weird.
I don't know what the difference in
taste good,
intelligence
though,
between a cow and a horse. Horses are still eating, but like cows are eating way more. It comes down to taste, I guess. Like,
I feel like it comes down to
like
taste.
like a pig. Actually, never mind. Then a pig is extremely intelligent animal.
Yeah.
Very useful too. Like it. Apparently, I'm not sure about this, but someone can fact check. Apparently, it's used for a lot of medicines and. Like it's very and it's actually one of the only species that humans can use its organs for themselves.
Yeah.
It's the most similar, which is why we don't eat it. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, tell you something, right? Anyways, it's just for some reason like killing a dolphin wouldn't feel as wrong as killing like a clownfish. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
You think would feel more wrong?
Killing a dolphin would feel, but it's something I can't control. Like I just feel this.
I mean, of course, some animals are smarter than others, but
It's not even about. I guess so. Yeah.
for me, it's that like all life is like worth something, and like so we shouldn't just go around killing everything
Yeah.
for no reason. But if like people were eating dolphin all the time, like okay, you can kill dolphin.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't just kill a dolphin just because. Like I would want there to always be dolphins in the sea.
Yes.
Even if we're like eating them. But like the
I
same
just-
way there's like buffalo. And,
I just think there's like
yeah.
I feel like it's also availability, kind of.
like why should animals enjoy eating other animals and humans shouldn't? You know what I mean? It's kind of unfair.
I mean, like,
Like,
do
hey,
animals? Do
And I'm
animals?
pretty sure vegans debunk this. Whatever, I don't care. But like carnivores exist, omnivores exist, and not us. There's other omnivores out there. You know, like baboons or whatever, hippos, whatever. They can enjoy plants and flesh, but we can't. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why is it more cruel when a human does it? You know what I mean? I know I'm comparing myself to animals right now, but
I mean,
it's because you're more intelligent. But whatever. It's the thing
wait,
why
what
is
do you mean?
when a lion kills a deer?
Zebra?
It's not. They don't. There's no deers in
Africa.
No. There's types of deer.
Like gazelle.
I think there's deer. Actually, probably not. I don't know. When a lion eats a gazelle.
When a lion eats a gazelle.
A gazelle.
I don't care. Anyways, it's poor gazelle.
Gazelle. Now they understand.
I don't think people are that dumb. Anyways, it's fine because it's what else is it gonna do? You know, it's an animal. We can't have the lions extinct. You know what I mean? Stop killing the gazelles or whatever. I don't know. But for a human, hey, why are you killing other animals? It's terrible. It's like very inhumane or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It doesn't make
you
sense.
mean like it doesn't make sense how some people get mad about people eating animals, but they don't get mad about animals eating other animals.
Yeah.
I
mean, here's something you said.
There's
earlier.
no way to escape harming another species, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Even if you're a vegan, like I guarantee you, somehow, somewhere, there's. First of all, plants are living things. So if we're gonna go by that logic, people just starve to death because plants are living things.
Actually, wait. I mean, vegans and vegetarians, they don't. I mean, one of the reasons is that they don't like killing animals, right?
Yeah.
But then they have other reasons. It's not just that, right? I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not against. Like, I actually thought, and I might still try being vegan for a while, not because of the extremists, There's always an extremist in everything. You know what I mean? That ruin it for everyone else. Like
That's a yeah. Didn't
Oh, go ahead.
that's a what?
didn't someone say that like that exact same sentence? The extremists ruin it for everyone.
Maybe I didn't steal it.
I think it's
though.
Louis C.K.
Anyways,
Yeah.
it's what was I saying? Someone remind me.
Vegan. You want to be vegan.
Like I would try it from a health kind of side.
Mm.
I'm saying it to the people who blame and like sort of blame other people and like judge them for eating meat. It's stupid. That's my point. But I do think the humans are eating too much meat though. Like they should calm down. And apparently too much meat production affects the
Environment.
environment.
It's bad for the
Is it for
environment.
methane?
Yeah, just because like animals use up so many resources. To, like,
Yeah.
And I'm an inshallah, yet to be environmental engineer. And that's something I'm not with, of course, right? Anyways, continue.
So you're like, I'm gonna circle back because you said, why do other animals get to enjoy killing?
Well,
Like-
not get to enjoy, they just, well, maybe I said it that way, but
Yeah.
like what I meant is, like,
Yeah, like get to kill. But like what I'm saying,
like it's not weird.
do you think like other omnivores? Do you think they enjoy eating other animals, or do you think they just do it because that's food they see it as food?
Omnivores?
Other omnivores, other than humans. Because like humans enjoy
Well, they're
eating
like
certain
us.
things.
Were they like us? They
Yeah.
they eat both. You know what I mean?
Well, no, humans don't enjoy killing.
No, they enjoy eating.
Yeah.
They definitely enjoy
Yeah.
killing.
But
Other
like-
humans.
like-
Okay, yeah, okay, that's a different point. But yeah.
No, I mean like
Diesel.
if you have a steak or whatever and you eat this, most people when they eat the steak,
Yeah.
they're like enjoying it. But if they eat like some celery or whatever, they don't enjoy it as much.
Okay.
Like obviously there's people who go the other way, but like certain foods are more enjoyable than others. Do you think animals feel the same way? Like do you think they're like, oh, I enjoy eating?
I never see that's some of the stuff I thought about as well. I don't know if science has answered this or no, but I've always thought about damn. What do animals like ever feel like this zebra is undercooked? You know what
I don't think they cook
well,
the zebra.
you know what I
but,
mean?
yeah.
Like it's under. I don't know.
It's too young.
It's too. You know what I mean? Like if they like do animals complain about food?
It's like,
Like,
they
would
eat
a-
a fat zebra. It's like, oh,
Like
there's too
would a
much fat
monkey
in
ever
there.
eat a banana? Well, I'm pretty sure monkeys definitely. I don't know this, but they definitely like. Come on, they must
They must what?
complain about food. Like they're too similar to us to not complain about food. But
I don't know. It might be like because like if you're living in an environment where food isn't available a lot, like normally,
Food is scarce.
yeah, food is scarce. I don't think you'd be complaining about food.
yeah, but they're
But that's adaptability, though.
see. I
No,
don't
but
know.
like that's like monkeys are.
No, but even humans.
Even the ones at the zoo will probably
Like,
complain.
even like if humans didn't have that many options, I don't think they would complain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't complain.
So you're saying it's like.
So like, because you said the animals, like chimpanzees, must complain if they're like humans. So I'm saying,
or like have
they're in the
preferences.
scarce.
Like ugh, you like do ew. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think, because like I see things from a practical point of view,
Mm-hmm.
and like a monkey or whatever, or a chimpanzee, whichever one is the omnivore, would rather eat meat because this has more calories in it, so it can sustain me longer and makes me grow faster or whatever. Versus I'd have to spend more time getting more plants or whatever to be the same, to get the same number of calories.
They definitely, I mean, humans, us, animals, the things they eat have a meaning to their diet, definitely. But they're just programmed. That's another thing that's just about consciousness. Just like they just know what to do. You know what I mean? They just know. Like they just know that they're meant to eat this because of this, and in order to do this. Every animal is like that.
You think it's in their DNA?
They just know. I mean, they grow up. Obviously, some animals get parented, but in general, they just know. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
they already know that they should do certain things. I guess maybe their environment allows them to do that, but even independent animals, like turtles, for example, they get left at the beach.
Yeah.
Zero guidance. And they still know what to do. And they keep
When a lot
repeating
of
the
them
circle.
die.
Humans are not like that.
Yeah.
Humans need guidance. Like
Actually, when
well, at
babies,
least I guess they didn't experiment with just a kid. Well, they can't really, but like humans,
Now,
if you grow up in a
die.
country,
what?
A kid would die if you just
Oh,
left
yeah,
him.
definitely.
yeah, like if you grew up in a country that all they do is eat, I don't know, like
Chicken.
all they do is eat cow hairs
Hair?
for like the first 5 years of their life.
Leather?
Like, I don't know, let's just do they have a weird tradition that makes zero sense. You'll grow up doing that and you'll think it's fine completely. But some animals, it's just, they just know. And if you go slow.
Like a compass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I think the reason humans don't have that is because humans have to learn to do a lot more things. Because like the human brain is more malleable. Like you're more able to change it. So because you'd have to fit so many things in your brain to be able to like just be born and be like, oh, I gotta go to work now, gotta pay off the taxes.
But you would never be like that if people around you weren't like that. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah,
actually, but
You could think you're a dog if everyone around you thought they were a dog as a human.
Yeah, like Tarzan.
Exactly.
Tarzan wasn't a dog; he's like a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
wasn't he a gorilla?
Gorillas. Yeah.
I don't really know.
Gorillas are actually really smart and very strong.
They have very strong.
Yes, with
like
no,
they're
but
so,
they can basically out muscle any human ever
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
in any competition,
Anything.
in any like leg presses, like
I wonder if one day.
I wouldn't
bench
say
press,
any competition.
running, they won't be able to run.
Yeah. But like also like so you mean in any muscle group they would beat.
I would really like to see an MMA fight.
I don't know.
that would just be a
I
murder.
mean Khabib beat a bear
He was a baby bear and he didn't beat
and
him.
he was a baby.
He was just practicing with him.
Yeah, that's still impressive.
It's very but
Also like
no. Well,
a gorilla would
hopefully,
just, like,
hopefully,
destroy the other
hopefully
person.
he doesn't die. The person.
He straight up will die. He'll
Well,
he'll
hopefully
either die.
he signed everything and he was completely his decision. Like it's not just some psychopath throwing people in rings, but like it's completely his decision. He just that's I want to try this. I want to challenge the
straight
girl.
up suicide.
Hayden and I were actually talking about something like not gorillas versus humans, but about how like now, which is amazing. We both think it's like an amazing thing that like there's so much like focus on like what's good and what's fair in humans and like ethics and all that stuff. But long time ago, because that wasn't there, they would like it's horrible and it's disgusting. But like these experiments with humans would produce results so much faster. Even though it's completely the shittiest thing you can ever do.
Yeah.
But it would speed up so many things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you just like didn't care about lives of humans and like animals, you could just get things done so much better or faster. But like you would be a horrible piece of shit.
Like
I mean,
what do you mean get things done?
Like if you can experiment on human like something like if you can experiment on humans to see like anything, if you want to discover anything about humans, and like it's unethical to like use them as test subjects. But back then, like when there was like no rules and like no one gave a shit, you could do that and you would be able to know. But now you can't know. Or to know something about humans biologically, you have to go around testing humans.
I don't think there was
you would
ever
literally
a time.
like if you want to get here and you start here, you have to go around this because doing this way would mean sacrificing humans. But like imagine you could just go like that.
There was
Which
never,
still I don't
there was
agree with it
never a
at all.
time,
Just to
though,
be
there was
clear.
never a time where humans had no feelings. Like
No, I'm not.
like
Come on, no. That's. I mean, no.
like what you're saying is it's kind of I mean people haven't really gotten better.
What are you talking about?
I mean honestly though, like,
no.
seriously, it's actually worse that how we're in 2020 and terrible things that we thought should have stopped years ago are still happening. That tells something.
But what I'm
So
saying
I'm not
is
saying
like,
humans are still doing this. though. Like
No, it's not nearly the same. Not even close. Like back then, you say humans didn't have feelings. What about people who owned slaves and tortured them? And that was
they still had feelings.
the people who tortured them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they have feelings, but like
People
they
still do that, by the way. Like
No,
people
but-
are still racist.
but-
People still have slaves.
No,
People
but
still
that's
torture.
what I'm saying is that like back then it was very accepted. It's like, oh, you have a slave? Oh yeah, me too. I have 30. That was completely normal. That wasn't even against the law. That was actually normal.
Yeah.
So
but
that's what I'm
people
saying.
eventually see that something wrong with this shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So like back then, they would be able to do whatever the hell they want, even though they have feelings. But like, they're still horrible people.
I mean, it's very lucky because like there's always that point in time, or like by chance or something, that people were able to overcome the obstacle and like break free and like create this big change. Like when slavery was like common or whatever, like people didn't like it, or like some people didn't like it. Obviously, the slaves hated it, but like some non-slave owners didn't like it. And luckily enough of them banded together, plus all the slaves banded together, and they were able to change the system, and like they had the civil war or whatever.
Yeah.
But
But
you
like
know-
it's horrible to think that like none of that could have happened.
None of that. What?
Like there's a chance that none of that could have happened, and then just
The
till
eliminating
today.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like you know, like our philosophy professor, you know that story he was saying about the book, Columbus's book.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what he was saying? Obviously, that's not word for word, but like he was saying that Columbus was writing back to the king or whatever he was writing back to, and like he was saying, "Oh, it's great out here. People are like they don't fight back as much, and we just kill them, and we're just gonna bring them back, and they're gonna be our slaves. It's amazing."
We take all their stuff.
Yeah,
They have a
he
ton
was
of
talking like that, like it was normal.
It wasn't like a paraphrase.
Like, yeah, but like you know, like it's still like he was talking like that, and the people
Columbus?
Yeah.
yeah,
The guy who discovered.
he didn't discover.
No,
but,
no, no.
yeah.
What?
Christopher
He's
Columbus.
talking. We're gonna take the Native Americans
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Well, they never did that.
they did.
Back where?
Like to Europe.
They didn't take all of it.
Yeah, they didn't take nearly all, like not even close
They
to
settled
all.
there though. I don't understand.
Yeah, no, but they still took some back as slaves.
They did go back
Yeah.
eventually. Like they left some people there, and then
Yeah, like
brought
they
some
didn't.
more
Like the people who came here didn't all just settle. Like some came and stayed, and some went back. Most, and not most.
I don't know the story, but it's possible that they all went back and just came
Yeah,
again.
definitely. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah.
Because they thought they were going to like India.
I mean, Columbus, by the way,
I
wasn't
don't
the
know
guy
if
that
that's
discovered North America. He was just the guy that, what do you call it?
Told the king about it.
No. Like there were records of people discovering it before him, but like he was the guy that.
Rediscovered it.
No, he's the one that started the colonization, all that
Yeah.
shitty stuff. Yeah.
It's well, it was great having you guys.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah, we're
Very
done.
fun.
It's actually been more over an hour. I am not sure like the exact time. So, is there anything you guys want to talk about before we wrap up?
Well, there's nothing I want to talk about. I just want to say it's. I don't know. It's a good idea, honestly. Like the brain spit. Like there's literally like there's no, like we didn't decide we're gonna talk about. Like we started with sleep,
Yeah.
and now we're talking about slavery. So I don't know. I think it's a good idea that it's very genuine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think it's
Is
cool.
there anything you want to plug? Anything going on with your life you want to talk about?
I think we should. I mean,
Okay, well, thanks for coming, guys. Yeah, see you around.
we should talk about racism.